Okay.
We're live in the pits of metal mortal chaos with your one and only, and with Mutilated by Zombies, Josh and Greg, the three-piece band. What's up, guys?
Hey, how are you doing?
I was doing good. How's you guys doing?
Wonderful. Excellent.
So, tell us about your band.
Death metal band from the Iowa area. Been together since 2008. Uh, yeah, been same members ever since. We got three full lengths out, and then one EP.
Fuck yeah.
Latest release is Scripts of Anguish from
Fuck yeah.
2018.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
No, that's fine.
No. Okay, so I got something to say. So you know how bands always lose members and stuff, and it's always stressful on a band when they lose members. Sometimes the bands just break up. I'm
Oh
glad you got.
yeah.
I'm glad you guys, all three of you, stuck it out.
Oh, thank you very much.
You guys defeated the pressure.
Definitely. There are ups and downs along the road all the time, but it becomes more of like a family than it does, a band.
Fuck
Absolutely.
yeah.
And we've had trying times, but definitely we're happy we kept it through too, and we're having a great time together still.
That's awesome, dudes.
The band needs to feel like a family.
So I'm gonna ask you this: when was the last show you guys played?
That was on the 22nd of November last year. It's an in-town show at the Smokestack. It was kind of a smorgasbord of a bunch of different styles, some rap groups, and yeah, it was really cool. We were like the odd man out there. We were the real extreme act of the night, and a lot of people that were attending, are used to that kind of stuff. So it was really something. But I think people come up to us and say like, I wasn't really sure if I was gonna enjoy it, but I ended up really liking it. Yeah, so it was cool.
Just an odd question: was that at the Bernie Sanders rally?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's funny though.
Cause I know he likes to get bans for rallies.
Yeah, I think we would have scared everyone right out of there.
Oh yeah. So now, guys, Josh and Greg, tell everyone in this that's listening worldwide a little bit about each of you, like your past, your present, and your future. Where you're planning on going with this? How you guys started playing, and what much made you guys start playing, and who's your mentor? Josh, you go ahead first.
All right. I'll can say definitely. I started, playing guitar when I was around 10 years old. Really got into it more so when I was a teenager though, and started getting into metal and like some new metal and stuff. And as it progressed, found death metal. Um, been ever since. I've been just going hard on the death metal ever since I found it. Um, some of my, I would say, my mentors, if you will, or people that I really look up to, be like Chuck Schuldiner from Death. A lot of, you know, um, early '90s death metal artists. Morbid Angel,
Uh huh.
Carcass, Deicide, Cannibal Corpse, stuff
Deicide.
like that. Yeah,
Mm.
Deicide. Hoffman Brothers era, especially.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So how many bands you played with, Josh, prior to this band?
Prior to Mutilated by Zombies, I was in a band called Strict Nine. We were all very, young. Um, I'd say, we started when I was around 14.
Wow.
We had a really good run. At that time, a lot of that kind of metal that we were playing at the time was popular, and we had the opportunity to open for a lot of bigger acts that came through. And that's actually how I, found death metal is we'd opened up for Morbid Angel. And ever since I found Morbid Angel, that kind of got me going on the death metal thing. But Strychnine and Mutilated were my major projects
So,
throughout my time.
so Strip 9 opened up for Morbid Angel?
Correct. And
Fuck
at the
yeah.
time, I didn't know who they were, so they blew my mind.
Well, what about you, Greg?
I was 16, I think.
What about you, Greg? Tell me about your past, present, future. How you started.
I come from a pretty musical background. Mother was a band director for 30 plus years.
Nice.
Dad was also a vocal teacher.
Nice.
For a few years, and then I didn't really pick up percussion until I was about 9. I played a few other instruments before then, and but really fell in love with percussion around that time, 9, 10 years old. Stuck with it all the way through high school, and played in a band called Burn the Ailment in the earlier years, and and then I met these guys, and we really hit it off, and I really enjoyed the technicality of the music that they were offering. So, that's something that piqued my interest. And, earlier, when I was probably about 7th grade, I was introduced to, some more of the heavier metal music. Bands like Slayer and Metallica.
Yeah, Slayer.
Cannibal Corpse.
Slayer.
Like Slipknot was obviously a happening thing at that time as well, and just the amount of double bass that really piqued my interest, because playing jazz band, there's not really too much to call for, 2 kick drums or
Oh yeah.
Like that. So it was kind of mind blowing at first. So then I started looking into more and more bands, the heavier bands, death metal stuff, groups like that, early or late 80s, early 90s sort of things. Influences like Gene Hoglan and Richard Christie from that group, and John Rice.
Oh yeah.
And then Shannon Lucas, he was a good influence as well. And then even older school stuff like Dream Theater, like Portnoy. But as far as the future stuff, we're just gonna keep hammering.
So Josh and Greg, have you guys ever seen Slipknot in your state?
I have never seen Slipknot. Actually, very ironic. Yeah,
you saw Slipknot, right?
Yeah,
Rosemont Rising.
All That Remains of Devil Driver. It was a
fuck yeah.
That was a good time. Oh yeah.
Me and Dave saw Slipknot at the Rosemont Rising. I don't remember what year it was, but it was in the earlier millennium. Was like way before 2008, I guess. We saw him at the Rosemont Horizon. Dude, I saw the drummer up in the fucking air.
Yeah, that's my era.
I was
fortunate enough to see them, when they still had Joey drumming. So,
oh yeah,
definitely a treat,
That was
suspended. They suspended Joey up in the air, and he was playing upside down and stuff.
That was crazy shit, man. That was the craziest fucking shit. That was the craziest fucking shit. I was praying for that guy not to fall.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. I wish I could have seen that
Well,
live.
I don't know who else played that show. I don't remember, but I guess my ticket stub would say that, but I have no clue where my ticket stubs are at.
Yeah.
Because the years fly by. You gain so much junk, like more.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
More vinyl, CDs, DVD player, DVDs. So, are you guys planning on coming out with a DVD of your band?
Good question. It's kind of been talked about here and there. I bring up things like that, possibly doing something like that every now and again. I don't know, for some reason or other, we haven't really gotten around to it, but it is something that I'd like to do. And we have a lot of archive footage, which would be great.
Don't you guys got footage on YouTube also?
Yeah,
You well, you could take.
Not too much. We need to be more. I mean, I'll admit we need to be more active on there, but there's some stuff there.
Do you have any music videos?
Do you have any music videos on YouTube?
Yeah, there's some. We have a music video out. Yeah, two of them technically. One of them will be on like the Redefining Darkness, which is our record label.
Okay.
And then we did another one after we released Cymatics of Death. We did a song off that album, and that can be found on YouTube as well as a bunch of random live stuff from shows and
Okay.
people put our tracks on.
Now take my suggestion. Take it with.
Let's hear it.
Okay. You do your 2 music videos. Okay. Use the two music videos you got. Use a couple of video clips that other people took. Take those, mesh it up, make it into like a 1 hour DVD, and record you guys, each one of you talking about like how you did with me, and you can even use this interview for your show, for your DVD.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I just
really
gave you.
like that idea.
I just gave you guys an idea. It's really cheap too. It's free.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So it's fun to peer into the lives of
Oh yeah.
what sort of the wheels behind this share. So.
My brain's working always 24/7.
Yeah.
That's what an artist does. So I'm gonna ask you guys this: where did you guys come up with the band name?
Well, when I started the band with a friend of mine who is no longer in the band, and it was just him and I. We had a drum machine. We were just messing around with stuff, and he'd come up with the name just out of sheer ridiculousness, and something that was kind of hard to forget almost. A lot of people hate it, which is funny. A lot of people don't mind it, and
I love zombies.
But yeah, it's just ridiculous, and we get it, But yeah, my buddy came up with it, and then he ended up, he took a different path, and we stuck with it, for all these years. And Greg here, he was very vocal when we asked him to join the band about how he did not like the name. And you can read comments online. A lot of people think the name is ridiculous.
No, I think it's a good name.
Yeah, I mean, I think it stands out there, and it's essentially just to be a scene and ridiculous, essentially. But I think the music stands apart, from the name.
Now, you guys said you have 3 albums out. What are the name of 3 albums?
Well, we got our first release was Better Off a Corpse. That was back in 2012, quite a little while ago already.
Yeah.
And then about a year after that, we put out Cymatics of Death. And then in between there, we did a little EP called Decimation Sentence. 2015. That was 15. And then that leads us up to our Scripts of Anguish here, our 2018 release. Yeah, that was the Scripts of Anguish is definitely by far the best sounding album that we have put out. Absolutely, sonically it sounds better than anything because we always traditionally put stuff out ourselves. A lot oftentimes Greg would record us all and mix it and master it. We've reached out to a few people, but for Scripts of Anguish we really went the extra mile. We got Zach Oren to mix and master it. We had recorded it at a professional studio called Flat Black and around Iowa City. So yeah, we really went all out for Scripts of Anguish.
That's good.
Yeah.
So how can people buy your merchandise? Where do they buy it at?
Well, I think we had an online store at one point, but I don't know if it's up and running anymore. So I'd say the best way to do it currently would be to literally just contact the band. We like connecting with people. send us a message, whether it be email. We have an email address, mutilатedbyzombies@gmail.com. Otherwise, hit us up on Facebook or Instagram, social media, and we'll work something out. We're running low on merch. We're going to read up soon, so definitely, we like people to just directly hit us up. That's always great. But there's still stuff on Bandcamp. Yeah, there's some stuff on Bandcamp.
Bandcamp is old school, though. Bandcamp's old school.
Yeah, and you can get our Script of Anguish still available through our label Bandcamp, which is Redefining Darkness Records.
Nice. So, with all these, with these years you guys been together since 2008, what is it, about almost 12 years? Okay, have you guys shared any stages with big bands?
Oh yeah, I mean, to define big is one thing, but big for me definitely. Like bands like Macabre, who I really enjoy. That was one of our biggest off the in our earlier stages. But we played with bands like Archaic, Allegiant, Jungle Rat. That was a good one. Oh yeah, Entombed AD. That was fun as well. Yeah, Entombed was great. Left Hand Path, awesome. Even though it was Entombed AD, it was still really cool. There's more. I'm sure some of the classics. Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. Now, when everybody says Macabre, there's only one song that I like. I always think about this one song. Mr. Albert Fish, eat your favorite dish. That's the only song I remember.
The meanest fish in the sea,
Yeah. That.
So, I always think of The Hitchhiker,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Dahmer is my favorite album by Macabre.
Wasn't Jeffrey Dahmer around, still alive and publicly in the 90s? Or was it Ed Gein?
I can't exactly
Dave,
remember.
who was it Slayer sang about? Ed Gein. Okay, it was Ed Gein, that Skin Mask. So,
oh, yeah.
The year was
Slayer.
the year was 1989. I was like 9 years old. He was by my house bike riding. He chased my sister up the staircase, and he was yeah, just something I don't want to talk about publicly, but I came down and I beat his ass.
Oh my god, that is scary. Wow.
And then me and the whole neighborhood kids, like about 6, 7, 8 other kids, we chased him all the way back to his car. He left his bike behind and he drove off. And
holy. Wow. That is intense.
That was intense. That's what I remember when I was a little girl.
Now was this where was he located at again?
He was located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but he was in Chicago that day.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing in Chicago, but whatever.
Right, yeah. That is weird.
No, now tell me, guys, what's your favorite club to play at in Iowa?
Oh, there's a couple in Iowa. Gates is really great as well. Yeah, Gates is fun in Iowa City. There's a couple places in Des Moines we like to play. But my favorite, I would have to stick with the hometown. Got the Lift, the Smokestack. We love playing there. Good sports here in the local town. Absolutely, but as far as another cool one is Spicoli's in Waterloo. That was a really cool one. They had some pinball machines and stuff. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, me and Dave have been to 2 or 3 concerts in Iowa in the past, but I do remember Keokuk, Iowa. I definitely do remember that place because the Bald Eagles, about February, they love to be around there.
Oh.
Des Moines, Iowa. I love that city. I like Dubuque. I love Dubuque.
Oh, cool.
I like Iowa. It's pretty fun. It looks like a fun state, but it's a little bit boring on the other side.
You wouldn't be the first person to say that.
It's kind of a little bit. Like just like Southern Illinois, it's boring.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
it's definitely
As soon as they start
boring.
getting away from the east part of the state, it starts to really flatten out for the drive. It just nothing, lots of cornfields. Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah,
it's hard
don't
to,
rem- don't remind me
So
of cornfields. Children of the Corn. That was wrong. They used kids in that movie.
I spy with my little eye.
Yeah, Isaac.
Yep. That's awesome.
I hate. I hated that movie so much. I owned a VHS and I owned a DVD.
Yeah. That is a classic.
Huh?
Definitely.
Have you ever played Woolies in Des Moines?
Have you guys ever played at Woolies in Des Moines, Iowa?
I don't think Wooly,
That's where we first were in Warby.
there has been, also Vaudeville Muse, there's a couple other places.
Cause that's where we saw Guar and Warbeast at in 2014. God rest the singers' souls in both bands.
Yeah.
20 was it 2014 or 2013? I don't know. I don't remember the year. Was 2014, 2013? We saw
Okay.
we saw Guar and Warbeast. Both the singers died.
Oh.
Both the singers died.
Oh,
The,
yeah.
the original singers.
I was fortunate enough to we actually both went to that show in we saw Guar together, yeah.
You saw Guar and Warbeast that year?
Ballroom there in Milwaukee. Yep. We saw them with Lamb of God before he passed. It was it's an experience, that's for sure.
Odorous Hungress. Yeah, it was an experience. But then we went to our last show because we were on a road. We were kind of traveling with a band. We were following them from state to state. And the last show was in Jacksonville, Florida. Guar was up on stage. You know Odorous Hungress, long schlong, and his costume.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
His blood right on me with it.
Oh yeah, of course. They drenched me with fake Coke, whatever the fuck it was, cherry Coke.
Yeah.
And then I got smacked in the face by the costume. Two of my teeth fell out.
Oh no! Oh my gosh.
Anyways, they were rotted teeth. It's okay. They were rotted teeth. I was gonna pay $2,000 for them anyways.
But that's still pretty memorable.
Oh yeah, it is very memorable. So let me ask.
Also played with Mobile Death Camp too.
You did?
A member of Guar.
Nice.
I think his name is Todd. I can't.
Did you interview Todd, Dave?
Cake, maybe.
Okay. Nice. So let me ask you guys this: what's your fondest memory you've had that stands out in this band?
Well, for me, I would say, being able to travel together, play new places. But the most memorable, I'd say, the time where I broke my heel, I guess, would be one of the most memorable ones. What do you think, Greg? Oh, I remember there was a certain cold January day where we were driving back from the Des Moines area again, and our alternator went out on the vehicle, and it was like, I don't know, -10 or something outside, and we're stuck in the middle of Highway 80 there. Or maybe we made it almost to Iowa City, so we ended up getting a cab and going to a Walmart and just buying I don't know, we bought like 2 or 3 batteries, and then I just kept changing out batteries on the drive home, and so we just had to make it all the way back from Iowa City area to Dubuque, just on nothing but battery power. So, driving the car with like no heat, very minimal lighting, everybody's all huddled together like, it's so cold, hands are shaking on the steering wheel. That was a rough time, but it was definitely memorable.
That's pretty cool. So, in your perspective, what are the pros and cons in the music industry?
Well, you travel a lot, and sometimes you don't play in front of a lot of people, and you don't make that much money. So I'd say, you could look at that as a con, but, for us, it's worth it. As far as pros go, it can be the exact opposite, and you might play in front of, a lot of people that really love your stuff.
Small towns, man. Sometimes you gotta look out for them because they'll be some of the biggest turnouts that you have.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I mean, it can go either way. I'd say the pros is just, even feeling good about yourself for creating music that people enjoy.
It's a great creative outlet. Takes a lot of time and dedication, but you stick with it and it will be fruitful. In however way you want to take that. Whether it be
monetarily or just gratification. And there's a con too. You might spend a lot of money, and you might not make all that money back. But for us, it's all worth it.
Nice. So, guys, let me ask you.
Yes.
Hold on a second. I got sidetracked for a second. Okay, now let me see. Each one of you. I know you guys have favorite bands. You mentioned some of them, but is there one band that stands out that all of you can agree on?
Favorite band, boy.
There's so many, but geez,
So many.
I mean,
bands. Every now and again I dive into different groups that I will just listen to repeat over and over again.
It's never just really
kind of
fun.
through.
But I mean, for me, if I had to pick one, are you asking like based on the style of music we write, or just what we listen to?
Both.
All right. So I mean, I'd like to say my pinnacle for the band that influenced me most will be like either Dying Fetus or Death, and it might be a clash of the two. But those are the two that significantly, and Carcass. Now I had Carcass in there. Those are the three that significantly drive me. But I also listen to everything. I listen to a lot of Beatles, Beach Boys, random music, stuff.
80s pop.
80s pop, all kinds of stuff. What about you, Greg? What about?
I really got into Gojira there for quite some time.
Oh yeah, Gojira, great.
Yeah, especially around 2008, like that, the Way of All Flesh.
Oh.
That album, so right there, I like that one a lot. And staples in the death metal scene like Black Dahlia Murder. That's a good one. Obviously the Deicide. That some heavy shit.
I think we could all collectively settle on Death, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we all like everybody in the band loves Death.
Okay. Now, let's get into some fun questions.
Shoot.
What's your guys' favorite food?
Ooh, burgers for me. I love me a good hamburger.
It's hard to go wrong there.
There's
Two shows coming up.
anymore. There's so many different kinds of burgers.
We're from Iowa.
Yeah,
I grew up on a dairy farm, so
Today I just today I
burgers all day.
today I made homemade burgers stuffed with cheese.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now let me ask you, what do you guys have an upcoming schedule for your shows, future shows?
We do. We're playing with Pathology here in Dubuque, Iowa on March 5th at the Lift. And that's going to be a huge one. And then after that we have April 18th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a festival called 420 Hydration Fest. And then really looking forward to July. We got Slam Dakota Fest. It goes from the 17th through the 18th. I'm not sure exactly which day we're playing, but Slam Dakota Death Fest 3, and that's going to be in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with a bunch of killer bands.
Okay, now, what's your guys' favorite drink? Non-alcoholic or alcoholic?
Go first, Greg. We got a lot of favorite drinks.
I don't know. Lately, as far as alcoholic, probably Jaeger. Jaegermeister. I've been getting back into that.
Yeah, Jaeger.
Yeah. And
let's hear a non-alcoholic.
Yeah, non-alcoholic one. But I mean, like I said, dairy farm, probably milk or
milk.
looks pretty good.
For me, I'd say I work at a
Overtime?
liquor store, so I have a wide variety to choose from there. But I always like my beer. I like craft beer, and I don't mind domestic beer either. So all kinds of
Huh?
beer, and I love
Love
me
CD
some
too.
water. When I'm not drinking beer, I'm drinking water.
So that April 18th show, you guys are playing with one of my favorite bands, Gorgatron.
Yes, Orson, we love them guys.
Did I interview them?
Yeah.
I've interviewed them before too.
Oh, cool.
I got their T-shirt.
Yeah, originally they were going to be on the March 5th show there with Pathology.
Yeah, we were hoping. Yeah, we were hoping to get them here with Pathology, and they're doing a day in I think it's Milwaukee on the 6th with Pathology and Putrid Pile, so that's going to be huge. And there's other bands there too. So yeah, we love Gorgatron.
Oh yeah, I love them too.
Hell yeah.
I don't remember when I saw them, but I did see them.
Yeah.
I don't remember. The years fly by. The years fly by, dudes. You know how the years fly by when you get older.
One big blur, but
Oh yeah.
it's always awesome.
All you remember is you seen them, and you remember when you were first potty trained.
Yeah.
You remember when you threw food at your mom and dad, or you broke their favorite statue or something,
I
or
was a little kid when I was younger.
or you when you were first
I was
spanked.
that kid who would like purposefully try to run away from you in the grocery store.
Oh yeah.
Like at a Walmart, and then like hide. I was the kid that was at the counter, over the intercom.
Uh-huh.
Blah blah blah, come and get your kid,
Same thing with me when I was growing up. Kmart, Venture, Zare, those stores, Montgomery Wards, those stores were around before you guys were, like, I don't know. Yeah, back in the 80s and 90s, I used to run away in those stores. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember I gave my mom a really hard time in one particular instance where, where the cart return is, there was this little half wall or whatever that was outside, that led to the outside. I managed to slip away from her and out that half wall into the parking lot. Oh, she was mad. The old half.
Yeah. So, are you guys a cat or a dog person?
Both. I have cats and dogs.
Do it.
Been a cat and dog person my whole life.
Me too.
I've always been more of a cat person, but I've had dogs in the past.
I love cats and dogs.
I love all animals.
But unfortunately now I'm a goldfish person. I've had a goldfish that's been alive.
Nothing wrong with that.
I got a goldfish that's been alive for 3 years.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a feeder goldfish.
Yeah, goldfish, you can't go wrong with them.
What are those goldfish with like the big bug eyes or whatever?
Those are Blackmores.
Oh, okay. But it is like a species of that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a goldfish family.
Well, funny story. I was actually watching something with my niece, the Hunchback of Notre Dame or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And right next to the TV, there's this fish tank there with this bug-eyed fish. And I said, "Look, it's Quasimodo in the fish." in the flash, I get it. Get a smack from the old lady about that one. Like, shut up.
Oh yeah. So,
Any
funny or embarrassing moments in the band?
Oh yeah, all kinds of them. For me, breaking anywhere from breaking strings to forgetting what my lyrics are, and just saying blah 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 blah. Kind of fill in the blanks.
So let's go on.
Anywhere from that, or Greg accidentally losing his stick and it flying at us. We got to dodge them. Anything can happen, really. But
I like to aim for the hood.
Nothing in particular. I mean, I haven't fallen down on stage yet, so I'll take pride in that.
Oh yeah. That's good you haven't fallen down on stage. Stay away from that. You don't want to do that.
Definitely.
Stay safe, man. It's better to stay safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Safe than sorry.
first concert you both attended.
Greg, you go first. Oh, yeah, you go first. Together or like in general? Separately. Let's do it. Oh, first one.
Doesn't have to be
That would have been
Doesn't have to be metal.
back in 2007, maybe, or no? What were the? Maybe it was 2008. It was I believe it was the Red Chord and Job for a Cowboy. That was at Gabe's. That was more on the higher end at the time. You know, that made my poor father drag me and my idiot friends down there to go and watch these death metal bands. And poor guy, I think he just kind of moseyed around in the city, just looking for a quiet place to take a nap before he had to deal with us again. There you go. My first concert was Bachman Turner Overdrive. So I can't remember what year. From what my parents or my mother has told me, I was more interested in the glow sticks than the concert. So
Taking care of business? Oh, well, Dave was saying that. Anyways, now, how many times a week does the band get together and practice?
if we have shows coming up and we know we have like a scheduled timing thing, we'll try to get together at least once every 2 weeks. In the state we are now, where we're writing, we're doing a lot of home practice and a lot of home writing and just sending stuff online. But when we're in full force, I generally say, once every 2 weeks, sometimes more.
Now, how's your fan base in your hometown?
Good support system there. Yeah, definitely. Lots of loyal fans, and we like to converse with them at every show, and tell them how grateful we are. We couldn't ask for better.
So, do you guys have any advice for upcoming bands?
Oh yeah. I'd say the main thing, honestly, is don't give up. Because you're gonna go through very trying times, and if you stick with it, the reward is gonna be huge. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter if you make it anywhere or not. You stick with it, you're gonna feel gratified. Anything will keep it going.
Yeah. Always keep perfecting your craft. Always strive to be better. And even if you fall off the horse, just go back a few steps, get back on, and get right back to it. And like John said, always stick with it. And,
So,
yeah.
What do you guys think about the promoters pay-to-play shows?
For where? I'm sorry.
What do you guys think about the promoters that do pay-to-play shows?
Pay to play, we've done. I'll go ahead and say we've done stuff like that in the past, and it can be beneficial, but also at the same time you can get burnt. It's all about on if you can, market yourself, I guess, but you're really marketing that big headline, So that's where it's a double-edged sword, and
I personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. But
I think people get burnt on it a lot more than the bands themselves. I think it's an easy way for the promoter to get ahead and pay the bigger bands that are coming through. They have the young bucks, do the work.
Okay.
But I've heard stories of people who are like, yeah, we've made money and good money.
It's tough being out on the road. Got to stuff like that. So,
and we get it, but I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, maybe if you've got something great and you want to play in front of a lot of people, and you have the crowd to back you up, maybe go for it. But it's a tightrope you're walking. You can get burned, or you could fare well. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
But we don't do it anymore. We've done it a couple times. But who, I mean, a lot of people I'm sure do it, but
Uh,
it depends.
I got a question. So, in the next 10 years, where do you see your band at?
Well, if I was, lucky, in 10 years we would still be going and hopefully influencing people who are getting into the genre and, stuff like that.
Writing better music, playing bigger shows, doing more touring, things like that. And kind of the same deal, but more of it, and definitely keep pushing the envelope. So.
Well, I want to thank you guys for for coming on air with me and doing this interview. This was a great interview. I very much enjoyed it, and I enjoyed talking to you guys.
Hey, thanks for having us. It was great.
But stay on the phone while I end the show. Hold on. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, the show's ended.